I grew up in the West End, and my father was strict. We had to go to church. Golly, I remember being a little boy, hearing the choir, and it changed my life. The music was crazy, and I was like, man, is it a CD playing? And it wasn't. It was the choir. It was awesome, and it was flawless. I'll just never forget the thunderous sound and the melodious sound of the congregation and the choir massing together and making one voice. And I was like, oh my God, I just want to be a part of that one day. And it came true. My name is Derek Carr, and I represent the St. Stephen's Baptist Church, Louisville, Kentucky. The church has changed my life, and definitely music. Music can heal wounds that you didn't even know were there. So much has changed now. There were several nightclubs and also liquor stores. They were tough. We talking holes in the wall. I think what caused the change was growth in the church, growth in the community. The word got out. The church needed more space, so we bought that land. We got rid of the liquor stores. The clubs had to go. St. Stephen's was known for their music, and the music brought the people. And I think the word kept them there, and now God gets the glory.
I wake up pretty early, have 3 different choir classes, do my regular classes. I help teach at the middle school. I have rehearsal, I go home. Singing is a big part of my life. I'm Trace Maloney. I'm a senior at Spencer County High School, and I've lived in Taylorsville pretty much my whole life. We were doing Fiddler on the Roof. That's how I first met my director, Miss Edelin. She stops me after one rehearsal and says, "You're doing choir next year," and loved it ever since. You never really feel like you're by yourself, even if you are. You feel like there's a strong backbone behind you. Taylorsville is a stereotypical rural town. A lot of people live on farms. Really, it's a beautiful town. We all know each other, and people are supportive, people are involved, and people care. It's almost like we're a big family.
It was pretty hard. All the water was getting inside the house.
I have a really vivid memory of the sound of the wind crashing.
I still have no electricity in my home. It's been like 147 days. I sleep on the floor in a mattress next to my grandma in the living room because my room is still destroyed.
People need to get this. Puerto Rico is prepared for hurricanes, but little did we know that this was gonna be the most severe hurricane in the history of Puerto Rico.
My name is Tatiana Gonzalez.
My name is Ashley Rosado.
My name is Daniel Adorno Cruz, and I'm from the University of Puerto Rico in Arecibo.
As I grew up, my mom started singing at church. And I was like, oh, I want to be like my mom. I want to sing.
What I enjoy the most is singing in groups. Everyone has an independent job, and when you put it all together, it makes a beautiful masterpiece.
When I feel like I'm in a rut, if I just belt out one of my favorite phrases from a choir song, I feel like I'm letting out all that negative energy.
I think Americans don't know a lot of Puerto Rico. They're asking like, where's Puerto Rico? Did you come in boat or did you come in an airplane? And I'm like, yes, I came in an airplane, and no, I'm not that far.
I've talked with people that can't even point Puerto Rico on a map.
We are Spaniards, we are African, and we are natives. We're a mix of everything, just like all Americans are.
Every great friend I have has been through music, and everything I know about different cultures, different styles of music, has been through choirs. My name is Bobby Senna, and I represent Cypress Creek High School's varsity choir. We're a diverse group. You go 3 miles up and you'll see 5 different cultures, but what binds us together is the music we sing. The less diversity there is, the less personality there is. So if we all came from the same background, it wouldn't be half as fun. The most common misconception is that Florida is all Disney, but in reality, Orlando has parks, the lakes, some animals that you can only find in Florida. Music binds our group together, and I think when we go to Kentucky, it's going to make us a lot closer of a group and make us a lot closer with the other choirs that we haven't even met yet.
We were touring the United States of America, and their reaction to our music was just so fantastic. At that moment, I just remember saying, how about if the whole world would stop one time and sing all together? And that's how A Voice for Peace was born.
A lot of my life has been spent on technical aspects of music. Precision's a big part of, what excellence is. And it's an important aspect to music, but I think sometimes I lose the heart in music when I get so focused on those details.
Differences seem to be erased in the choral rehearsal, and I wanted to investigate that further, and I turned to social psychology to give a lens through which to view choral music making. The intergroup contact theory suggests that if people come together and have meaningful interactions, and they're from different backgrounds, they're going to leave that interaction feeling better about each other, reduce prejudice, and greater sense of community.
When people sing together, they think about the same thing, and that's music at that moment and creating the harmony.
ACDA conferences typically celebrate excellence in the choral art with high-level performances.
I enter the world as a choir director, and so how can I make an impact on the world? With my own choir. The purpose of this A Voice for Peace event is to reach kids that might not be able to do the honor choir, might not have a group that's performing in the performing groups.
I've seen a lot of them go out and meet other people, and they're willing to embrace other cultures, which in Spencer County we don't have a lot of diversity.
My students learned so much about what to mean this fellowship, this community.
I love the diversity St. Stephen Choir is going to bring to that couple of wonderful gospel songs.
We're diverse musically, but also we come from these different backgrounds.
A bunch of choirs from ranges of ages, one from Puerto Rico, Kentucky, from Florida. I think it was really amazing to hit the first chord and harmonize as one choir.
With this event, I think the excellence in choral music is still present, but there's also a social component. We're celebrating the idea that bringing people together from a variety of backgrounds to sing together and maybe start relationships that will last a lifetime.
It's kind of like a new culture, like experiencing new opinions, new points of views.
They were honest. Where's Puerto Rico? I cannot point them out on a map. And I quickly took out my Google Maps and I told them a little bit of how we do our music.
One of my favorite things about this morning was the bonding activities, and to see them just laugh and enjoy each other and give each other high fives after they sang. That's what today is about.
It was not easy for us come to hear, about the situation that Puerto Rico passed.
When Jamel told us about the trip, we were worried about the money.
So the church were so amazing that they gave us the opportunity to stay at least half of the week with these different families.
They say, you need help, here's the help. You need a place to stay, here's a place to stay. We want you to come to Louisville.
I think that the Puerto Rican island feels invisible. And now, because of this, those kids know that in the United States, they're not invisible.
The choir students, they always ask us like, oh, how did things go in the hurricane?
People have expressed their sympathy towards Puerto Rico.
Even though we all come from different backgrounds, we all can relate through music.
Yesterday morning, we were all strangers. And today I can walk into the room and all of those guys are my friends.
We felt that hug, that warm hug of the people in Louisville.
These events are absolutely important and vital to the community and to the world.
When we're surrounded by conflict and violence and fear and hatred, we're going to respond to that using singing together as a means to spread a message of peace.
Without each other in a choir, there's not much. But with each other, we can do amazing things.
We are hoping that the world comes to the realization that it's not too late. We can create that peaceful moment right now.